Depths per. A direct quote from the U.S. Geological Survey. Low-frequency LF earthquakes are caused by cracks resonating as magma and gases move towards the surface. They are often seen prior to volcanic eruptions, but their occurrence is also part of the normal background seismicity at some volcanoes, and their occurrence does not necessarily indicate that eruption is imminent. Supporting the assertion that a deep magmatic intrusion is ongoing is the fact that a section of the volcano is rising due to the displacement caused by deep intruding material being uplifted by a total of 1.09 in or 2.77 cm since this process began after November 30 of last year. So does this mean that is now only a matter of time before the highly explosive Mount Spurr ORS potentially once again dumping ash on Anchorage? How severe is its current unrest? Before I can answer these questions, you need to first understand the plumbing of Mount Spurr so you can see why various earthquakes are occurring. Mount Spurr is the tallest volcano in the Aleutian Arc, and as a subduction-related volcano is located on a patch of crust which averages approximately 23 mi or 37 kilometers thick. Mount Spurr's plumbing magma chamber is located at between 35 and 20 kilometers depth, meaning it occurs at unusually deep depths in the lower crust. Thus any quakes there likely indicate intruding magma. Mount Spurr also contains a conduit which leads to a far smaller magma chamber at 10 kilometers or 6 m depth, which acts as a portable zone for magma pool and before an eruption occurs. While no fresh magma is currently located in this zone, there does appear to be increased heat originating from deep in this volcanic system. This heat is heating adjacent groundwater at shallower depths, probably around 6 kilometers depth, which then slowly rise as to the surface, lubricating faults along the way which then slip, generating the shallow earthquakes being observed. Despite the current unrest at Mount Spurr being its strongest in 19 years, it is actually quite a weak form of unrest. Minimal magma seems to be involved at fairly deep depths, and since this intrusion has been ongoing for 6 months only indicates a very slow upward trend. This slow progress is likely due to only minimal volatiles and gas being present in the magma, suggesting a low likelihood of it ever reaching the surface and erupting. Comparison to other episodes. Also, when you compare the current activity to two other episodes of Uplift and Unrest which occurred during 1996 to 1998 and 2004 to 2005, it fits between the two in terms of intensity. Thus, much like Alaska's Mount Edgecon volcano near the town of Sitka, a magnetic intrusion is ongoing which is causing uplift, but opinion-based rating current signs are not pointing towards any realistic chance of an eruption occurring anytime soon. Thus, on my 0 to 10 opinion based on rest scale, I would rate Mount Spurr's current activity as just barely fitting as a 3 in the highly unlikely event that Mount Spurr behaves against all expectations and does end up erupting. There are no structures located within a 25 meters radius of its most recently active vent known as Crater Peak.